Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and I am a little bit better now. And when you're watching this video, I hopefully will be way better than what I am right now. So today I'm going to show you how to make this insert. This is obviously going to go into the blue vintage keepsake journal that we were working on. Yes, we are getting back to that. And if you want to make something like this, then please follow along. This is going to be a two-part video. Hopefully you'll stick around to see how this turns out. I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse of this so that you will have an idea what I'm talking about. So the Blue Vintage Journal comes with I think 4 large paper bag sort of pockets, where I intend to create 4 different kind of inserts like these, and each of them will have a different style. I mean, the construction. So this is the first one, and this is going to come in 2 parts, and they will be coming back to back. Like I will be uploading both probably a day later or so, like a day's gap, and then that will be followed by others. So this is the insert that I'm talking about. So you can add pages to this, make it into a full-fledged journal sort of thing with 2 signatures, but I have not done that. I've tried to keep things minimal because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So here are the pockets, and this is made using 2 sheets of printable paper that I have. So I've used one of the background sheets and one that I had in my stash. This paper is the one that I'm talking about. This one is from Len Art Studio, and I have used quite a lot of her digitals in this project because I found that they were very cohesive. It was very cohesive with my kit, and they went very well together. So that is the idea. So keep watching of how I put together this insert. And as you can see, you can put in papers here, you can put in papers, some papers here, and make this into a 2 signature journal insert, but I have not done so. Anyways, so keep watching, don't skip any part, or else you would not know what to do. So to make this kind of insert, what we need basically is 2 sheets of paper. Now, I had seen somebody make this out of cardstock, double-sided cardstock paper. But in this project, since this is, made using all kinds of printables, I'm using 2 sheets of printer paper. Now, this is my prototype, which I have made. Now, obviously, you can tweak it to any size. But I have used 2 sheets, and I'm going to show you how this whole thing works. And the idea is that since our journal has 4 large pockets, we will have 4 large inserts, which can have some sort of journaling paper inside, or which can totally be an ephemera holder. Like this one that I've made, I have plans of adding some paper, and this circle is going to go in as a closure. Now this paper, the one that's the insert that I've already created, will be inserted into the pocket, and I will show you how to make this in the next video. And for this video, we're not going to be making this, we're going to be making something different. So you just follow along. This is, I think, is one of the simplest insert ideas that you can possibly have. You don't need to have any kind of measurements. You can just cut down the size and then work along. The length can be reduced, so can the width, but the width, I think the one that I've taken, that is of 4 inches, is perfectly fine. And you'll see how you can use and even embellish a simple insert like this. Now, before I proceed any further, I need to clear out some space, but Initially, when I started this insert, I thought that I'm going to be using these two papers, but then I decided that I'm not going to be using the paper with the image of that girl or that angel, little angel, because most of it is going to be going to be covered up. Now, once I get going, you will realize what I'm talking about. So, though I had finalized these two papers, then I changed my mind and I decided to use one of the background papers that is not from this kit, that is from the Len Art Studio. I have used her kits before, and the papers that I will be using do not come with any ephemera. They are just plain Christmas themed sheets. So that worked perfectly for me. So I am having second thoughts about using this paper. So I will skip that part. I'll just skip the idea, and I will be using this for something else, probably some other kind of insert. So I'm going to put that aside for now and move on with the other paper that I have shortlisted. I mean, this one. So this is basically very generic blankish kind of background. So I'll use this paper for another insert. You'll see. And this one I'm going to be just folding the paper. This is an A4 size letter paper. The only thing that I've done is I've taken off the white border, nothing else. And if you have a borderless printer option, then you can simply skip that part also. You don't need to cut down anything, don't need to measure too much. I'm just trying to give you an idea the width of the page and the folds that I'm going to make. So since I'm going to make this insert of only 4 inches wide, the width will be 4 inches. So the rest of the paper, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up. So now I'm looking for my bone folder, and I need to be very careful when I'm scoring this, because I don't want to tear the page. You have to be a little bit gentle sometimes, because this is not a cardstock. I would rather prefer scoring this on with the help of a ruler, or maybe just fold this slightly first and see how it goes. So I'm going to keep it 4 inches at 4 inches, and I'm going to fold the rest of the paper that is left. That can be anything. I mean, that can be an inch or half inch or 2 inches, whatever. But 4 is my width of the insert that I'm planning on creating. So I'm just folding this half. It's very easy, just guesstimating. You can skip the measurement part also if you are sure that your insert will definitely be fitting inside the pocket. So you don't need to be so meticulous about the measurement. But it's just that when I'm doing a video, I want to put that out, that you can make it wider also if your pocket or your journal can accommodate it. But I'm making it for this in a journal only 4 inches wide, and the length is totally up to you. You can make this in a smaller dimension also. You can cut this down into two parts, and then make 2 inserts of the similar kind. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, I've just folded the edges up. So around 2 inches, the folded part is around 2 inches, and I'm just folding that into the inside. So this is a 4-inch width paper with 2 inches and a little bit more folded in. So we're going to do the same thing with the second set of paper. Now, since I want this to match up with the one that we have already folded, what I'm doing is I'm putting the already folded paper inside, so that that can be our guide and we can fold accordingly, because it's very essential that the edges meet up, because you'll see since it's going to have a pocket, uh, when we're going to put insert these two papers together, we want the edges to be uh, pretty smooth and you know so that there is no irregularities. I want them to match up perfectly. That's the basic thing. Now we have two of the papers folded perfectly, and now is the time when we are going to glue these two up. So this is how it's looking. So the pockets can be either ways, like you can fold them inside like so, or you can keep them on the outside. And in this case, what I'll do is I'm going to join these two pages, and I'm going to glue three sides and leave the side open, the side with the folded part. Now you can make it into a top loading pocket, but since the folds are there, the side loading pocket will be more sturdy than your top loading one. And if you want to create a top loading pocket, then you will have to strengthen the lip part, I mean the part which will have the opening sort of thing. And here you can see you can fold the papers in any way. They can be inside, folded in, or can be folded out. So today turned out to be a very sunny day, and but it was, when I started the video, it was very cloudy. So initially the video was a little bit dark, but as you can see, it's getting better, brighter. So here I'm going to create another pocket. I'm going to glue the three sides, and you can fold this inside, or you can fold it on the outside part also, because if you want to put in another pocket, you can do so. You'll see that towards the end. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to create an extra tuck spot on the outside part of the insert. So I can cover this up with some sort of a paper, or I can add an image, or I can embellish this flap tuck spot sort of thing, and that will be that will work too. That will look very nice. So that was the whole idea when I started this. But what happens, when you're working on a project, sometimes the project takes a life of its own, and you are just someone who's putting that to shape. So now what I'll try and do is I'm just going to glue these two papers in such a way so that we get a pocket when we join these two pages. So right when I have decided to do this, the glue bottle's mouth has just clogged up, and I have been meaning to put this video out for a while. I had filmed this, but I needed to do the voiceover, and I still am undergoing treatment for the oral problems that I was having, some sort of dental issues, along with, you know, I have had a very long history of cheek bites, and what happened was I developed a kind of, uh, fleshy wound sort of thing inside my mouth, which didn't look very good. So my dentist was a little bit worried, and I had to undergo a little bit of surgery for that, to remove that fleshy cheek bite portion. And I was heavily medicated, and there was a biopsy also involved in it, because you do not know. Anyways, so everything is looking a little bit better now, and that is the only reason why I am doing this video. And now what I'm trying to show you is that I have glued the three sides, and you will see that I have kept the side open. Now I'm going to show you a close view so that you understand. Now you can see you have the closed view. Now another tip I'm going to give you, if you have plans of sewing this, you can do this without sewing altogether. If you have plans of sewing this, then please do it before gluing these two pieces down, because I made this mistake. I should have sewn this before. I didn't. And later on I went back and did a partial sewing sort of thing, but you need to do the sewing first. So this is kind of a topper that I've created. Now this image is not from my kit. This is from Lenart Studio. She has a bunch of Christmas images, some papers, some ephemera. So they are not in one single kit. I had them in my stash, and fortunately they went very well with the kit that I was already working in. So I thought, okay, so I'm going to make use of these, and I decided to use those images in the journal that you'll see me working. So another thing, I needed to change the blade of this, but you'll see how I have slightly messed up, and here it goes. See how I've messed up there. So I realized that I needed to change the blade, and probably I'll do so after this video, because I don't know, this time this blade went too quickly, but I have not used it that much. Sometimes things like this happen. These are not very expensive products, and who knows, like, it has served me for a few days. So anyways, I'm going to fix that bit that is bugging me, and now I just need to glue these flaps and come back in the second part. So I'll show you how the pockets will align. So this can be a tuck spot, and then on the you can add papers also in between these flaps. Yeah, so that can be glued or sewed down and form another pocket. So that this will be a middle pocket. Because this ephemera piece is a little bit big, it doesn't fit into this 4-inch width insert, and this can be another tuck spot. So this is how it's taking shape. In the next part, I will show you how to create a topper for the front piece, and make this into a workable insert or ephemera. And you can also add pages to this, so that it becomes a 2 signature kind of journal. That is totally up to you. So keep watching, and thank you ladies for being there for me. Thank you my friends. So many of you have messaged me, and this is probably has been the longest that I've been away from YouTube. So thank you everybody for watching this. Bye.